And my uncle was such a loving human being. He wouldn't hurt a fly, and he just wanted to make the world a better place. He could have went so many different directions in his career, for whatever reasons, but every single album he did, there was a song that was an inspirational song, and there was a song about making the world a better place, like Heal the World and Man the Mirror.
How did I get involved with that?
Yes.
Well, I mean, I watched the movie like a lot of other people did, and I had a lot of people questioning me for my opinion because I had been involved in other somewhat similar cases. And at first, like a lot of people, I was emotionally impacted by the movie. But then as it got deeper and deeper, I started thinking, well, wait a minute, first of all, there's not a whole lot here. And second of all, where's the other side of this story? And I soon learned that there was a much more compelling other side of the story. And
that during rehearsals and all that, we always shot footage for our own reference and for the archives and all that, but we were never
The real Michael Jackson was?
Yes, definitely. I've watched the press on Michael over the years, and it just kept getting worse and worse, it seemed. And the things that I read about Michael in the press, they weren't.
Moment, but I'm going to tell you a little bit about the story. Okay? And please get yourself some popcorn. Have a little drink too. Because this is going to be Hello. This is episode 30. To be honest, I know that I'm a little late and all that, but there's a lot of things there's only one thing, two things that I needed to say, is that I took a hiatus. I will be I will try my best to make more content, but I think this episode, it's no surprise. I went to see Janet with my cousin, of course. But I love. At first, I want to say that I never seen anyone that could pull a good show like Janet Jackson. I just wanted to say that. As you probably know, she's also doing a documentary of the concert, and but the reason why I say that is because it's the key thing of what I'm about to tell you, is that we got there a little bit more late. We missed Ludacris. Me and my cousin. My cousin's more of a fan of Luda than I am, and I do apologize. But I love Luda because of his flow and how much he has made a contribution to hip hop with respect. now get back to the main thing, is that I love the stage setting, the production. I love the outfits that they wore. I love the songs, and especially, I can't really give too much details, but you have to see it for yourself. If you're there, you're there. And as far as this is being recorded, at the moment they are at Birmingham, Alabama, and so I mean, I don't, like I said earlier, like I mentioned, I can't give too much away, but I think you have to go see the show for yourself. But I will tell you a little bit my story on a story of how I got into the show and how I got out. I mean, I will play a little snippets in about a couple seconds. So, yeah, I mean, I had a lot of fun. Although, okay, so in the beginning, when we got there, we missed Luda by the ending, and we stopped to get Wendy's, and with my cousin and a friend of mine. And as we got there, you know, we just ran for it up the escalators at the Amway Center, trying to get up and see, try to catch Luda, but it was over. But we got to our seats and we waited. But on the way there, though, right before we got to the center, there was a woman. I can't really recall, but she was asking me, like, you know, like, can you do the dance like Michael? And I was asking her if she was going to see Janet, and she was like, yeah, you know. She's like, can you move? And I go, I would, but not in the elevator. And then we ran there as we could. And then after the show was over, you know, there was a big crowd. There was the stadium was packed, full crowd, you know, with everything. We got so stuck, we tried to get out, and there was, while the show, we were trying to get out, this lady walks up to me and she goes, I like your glove, I like your jacket. I was like, oh, thanks. And she was like, and then we're trying to get out. I said, ooh, excuse me. And then this one was like, put your hand up, put your gloved hand up. I was like, oh boy. And I'm like, okay. And then after I did this, and then I hear the women go, "Yeah, it's Michael!" And then all the crowd swooped and in unison, like turning their attention to me, and they cleared a pathway for me and my cousin to get out of there. But my cousin made it worse. He goes, "Michael!" And all of a sudden, swoop, a crowd. I ain't gonna lie, I loved it. I ain't gonna lie. But at the same time, I'm like, I'm not marrying Michael, man. But my cousin being a smart about it. I mean, he's like, "Yo, you dress like him." I'm like, "Shut up, dude. You're not making my case." But as we walked out of there, these two dudes walked up towards me. They're like, hey man, hey, can you dance like Michael for a second there?" I was like, okay. They're like, ah. I was like, okay, see, I'm like, okay. And then we went on a little adventure and for a little while, and then for some time, we found a parking spot, which I had to pay extra $10, which is goofy. But as we found the right parking spot, and we were walking up to my vehicle, where my buddy was waiting for me and my cousin, and there was these other people that I don't really know, but I saw them at the concert, and walk into our vehicle. Some people were asking me, "Hey, can I see you dance? Can I see you dance?" And of course, I danced for them, and it was a whole lot of fun. And one of the things that, and then after all that is done, we went home, and it was a great fun. And I want y'all to go see Janet's concert together again. If you have not seen Janet perform, well, if y'all going to the concert, I tell you, you ain't gonna be disappointed. So, and tune into the next season, which is season 4, and I'll see you on another episode.
Tune in to The Paul Altman Show, where he does interviews with notable celebrities like TJ Jackson, Travis Payne, reviews, and much more only on The Paul Altman Show.